Why hello there everyone and welcome back. I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile, and as you can see we are indeed in the building world today, and as you've seen by the title, we're going to be trying to build this guy, and this guy is from the Incredibles movie. He's like a big robot that the bad guy made. He's from the first Incredibles. I'm making this just because, I thought, why don't I try and build something for today, because I've done quite a lot of building videos quite lately, so I thought I should do one. Okay guys, so I've been messing around with circular stuff. As you see, we've got the big dome here, also got a big dome over there, cool dome, this weird squared up dome, and this here which looks very cool. But I decided to go for this piece at the very top. Of course it was right at the top, and I just chose it. It actually is perfectly circular and it looks fantastic. So we had the spheres placed in for the legs of the beast. So since it's a square thing, I thought this piece would be good, which it was. So we went back onto the picture and I counted all the squares we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17 really things. A couple of them were hidden by cars and stuff. So we had one of these guys and we enlarged it. Now each of these actually had a bigger one at the top, and that was just where the leg started. Put it into the right shape, the right angle that it was going to be at, and then once I got the right angle, I dragged it over, shrunk it a wee bit, and then I got the shrunked version and put another version of it on top of it, but it was like twisted over slightly. And then once I got that, I decided to get to work on the shape. So now we had all the legs placed, and the next thing that we had to do was make the claws of the leg. So then once we done that, we turned them around, the toes, and placed them what they were supposed to look like. And that was that bit really done. So we'll place them all down, then onto the robot, and then we'll go back to the robot later and fix them so they're like at an actual proper angle kind of state. So at this point we had basically the entire robot done. Now we just had to make the scenery. So looking at the picture, it looks like there's a bit of a park, there's cars and a road. So what I done was I went to the terrarium gallery and I grabbed some grass pieces. I then went to vehicle and grabbed some wood. So I later realized that that one that I put the cars under was actually meant to be right on the floor. So I then had to edit it all and select everything that was there, all the cars and stuff, and move them out of the way. And yeah, that just made it look more like what it's supposed to look like. So we lifted the feet up that weren't looking okay, and we went and checked them all, and there wasn't too much problems. But lastly we just had to make the buildings in the background. So I selected it all, and that building was done. And since it was on props, you could easily place it in the background at any angle, any way we wanted. So we went and placed all these down. So we went and we filled in some areas that needed filled in. But we went and grabbed some more walls and stuff, like this darker wall, so we could fill in the back of the darker buildings. And then went back and filled in some areas that I thought needed a wee bit of fixing, especially those buildings in the back that just looked really 2D and kind of awful. So I went and removed them, because the photo was going to be from here, and yeah, you just can't really see the depth in the buildings. So I just went back and copied some of the building and pasted them down the side to give that building some depth. And that just made the buildings in the back look slightly better than what they did. But lastly we had to get a rocket, and where were we going to get a rocket? Well, we were going to get it obviously from Dusty, but I put in Disty instead of Dusty, so we had a bit of a mix up there. But luckily there is a full-on rocket model, which is extremely expensive with the memory. And then we just thought to go to the meteor and to grab some of the flames and stuff, the background, and then some of this cloud stuff. We didn't want the weird looking one, we just wanted the normal looking one. And it kind of looked like it was from then a comic scene, which actually I kind of really liked. So we had the smoke cobbled, so as I said, brought it round, we placed it down behind the other buildings. So it was on all the sides of the big guy himself, and it looked like buildings in the background were being destroyed by this fire. And we just got some regular old fire as well, which was pretty cool when we spread it out. And we went and placed it down in the ground, which was cool. I liked it. So I then went into my island and looked at the time of day. I thought that was kind of late, so I tried to look for the time that sunset started to happen. I thought that that might have been a pretty good time. Set instead of sunrise, which kind of looked a wee bit better. And then the fog thickness we did put up as well, because if there's fire, there's going to be fog. But yeah guys, that is what we built today. It is nice. I like it. I don't know why I decided to build this today, but yeah, tell me if you'd like me to do more random building, like more random buildings like this. Man, I'm messing my words up. But I kind of used the smoke. I've never used the smoke before, but I thought it made it kind of look like a comic book kind of style. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.